kidder for, I don't know, approximately 2 weeks or something like that. And then finally I got back home, got my schedule all set, and there's Margie on the phone, and that whole thing got thrown out again. Because it's, you know, it's really important to me. For years and years, this has been tearing me up, what's been going on up there, because I knew that land before that big hole was there. And to see, I've seen people who have passed on that were suffering, and you just kind of know that something is off and something is wrong. And then I was really relieved, you know, in a sense, when that doctor came through, and he said, yes, there are these diseases that are happening, and it's because of what's going on there. I mean, there's so many stories that I don't have time to talk about right now, about what's been going on there. And I'm really, I'm grateful for everybody here that's organizing and that are standing up and saying that's not right. Because my people have been saying that for a long, long time, but not paying attention to. So thank you.
So what would be your message to people out there that don't know about the Keystone XL or don't know about tar sands? What would you tell them?
I would say short-term greed over long-term rational thinking and long-term protection of the planet for our children, our grandchildren, and ourselves, frankly, is just really stupid thinking, really, really dumb thinking. Even for the CEOs who are raking in their $30 million a year, they too have children and grandchildren, and they too are leaving a huge mess for them, and it's time for them to sit down and think it through. Money is not the pinnacle of success in a life.
I think for me, the really important message and the thing that really decided me to come here was thinking about that this is really a tipping point. This is a point that we can't go back from. And there have been other times in my life when I've seen something and thinking, oh, this is going to be a disaster, and I sit there and collect my tongue, and then yes, it is a disaster. And I feel so bad that I didn't do anything. And I don't want at any point to be able to look back at this moment and say, I knew that this was going to be a disaster and that this was a tipping point and I did nothing. So I think to say to people, you have to think about the fact that you know that this is an important moment and a tipping point, and if you do nothing, you are going to be sorry forever.
We are at a point living on this earth where it feels like, I think all of us can feel that the earth is really just weary. And at some point it's going to be, our earth is going to be unable to heal itself. And I'm telling my friends, the last few times I've been to the ocean in California, there aren't any shorebirds. I can feel that the damage that's happening is really close to the point where the earth won't heal. And that's not acceptable to me.
My youngest grandchild is named Althea, which means healer. And I have hope for her to have as beautiful as an earth and a Montana that I have been given. And it's a sacred trust that we must pay attention to heal all our hearts.
I'd like people to understand what it means that the earth is alive. What part of her is oil? What part of her is uranium? What part of her body is coal? And I believe that she will heal herself, but the world as we know it and the way it's been constructed by my father's people might not be here. And I think it's critically important for people to understand the power of this earth that we live on. And I'm really hesitant to even to say Mother Earth, because that's what it is. She nurtures. She has given us everything that we need to survive. And what's happening is that whole thing is being destroyed. Everything is out of balance, and she's about balance. And she's going to get herself into balance.
With or without us.
Yes.
I have something very unpoetic to add, which is that I'm really sick of our government being run by oil companies and banks. I'm really tired of it. And I would like to see one politician stand up in the face of all the campaign money that he's received in his coffers from the oil companies and say, no, I'm going to do what's right. And I'm counting on Obama, who has no more excuses now. He can't hide behind Congress. He can't say he's been blackmailed into this, to stand up finally and do the right thing. I worked for months to get that man elected, and so far it's been a little disappointing. So it's time for him to do what he said he was going to do when we worked so hard to vote him in.
And this is an opportunity for all of us who worked so hard for him to call him to account. He asked us to do so, and now it's our turn. It's all of us. Everyone who checked his name, everyone who made a phone call, everyone who worked. He asked us to hold him to account. We owe it to him, and we owe it to us. We owe it to you.
So our banner says Montana Women for an Oil-Free Future. We really envision that. We can see it, we know it's possible, we believe in it, and that's what we're asking for.
If they paid half the amount of energy and attention to wind and solar, then there would be some great advancements. But it's those guys, that they're everything, protecting their empire.
Killing the rest of us.
Yes.
All right, thank you. That's awesome.
Okay.